Hello everyone, this is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts, and this is a Q&A episode, so let's actually get started, shall we? So first question is from Nicholas. Your question is, what do you think of the Montana dueling dinosaurs? Nanotyrannus is an adult, and that there are two species of Nanotyrannus, like Nanotyrannus lancensis and Nanotyrannus lethaeus, if you have heard of this. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, when this news broke out, like, I was skeptical at first, but when I read the research, it's actually, and pretty much this research is actually very, very conclusive that Nanotyrannus is its own species. And so that specimen in the dueling dinosaurs is an adult. It has actually been determined that this animal died when it was 20 years old, so this is a full-grown adult. And it was encased with a juvenile Triceratops with it. And so, yeah, Nanotyrannus is its own species. And so Nanotyrannus lancensis is a confirmed species. And then they gave Jane the other type of Nanotyrannus species, Nanotyrannus lethaeus. And so that one's still to be determined right now, even though I think, like, Nanotyrannus lancensis is conclusive, whereas lethaeus is still to be determined by some paleontologists because they still believe that Jane probably might not be fully grown, but there needs to be more studies with it. But even though lethaeus seems to be it's a confirmed new species, but even though it could still be invalid in terms of the fact is that it's still not quite there yet to actually be considered to be a new species, but there is some evidence to suggest that yes, this is a new species. And so yeah, I've heard of this, and so hopefully that more Nanotyrannus specimens are going to be announced at some point of like which ones were actually considered Nanotyrannus. And then Benjamin, your questions: why is Nanotyrannus now a valid species? Because of the dueling dinosaurs specimen is that it actually has that it's to be determined that it's in a full-grown adult. It's not a juvenile. And Nanotyrannus is a valid species now. Why was Alioramus chosen to appear in Disney's dinosaur ride? I have no idea. I have never been on this ride, but if any of you have ever been on Disney's dinosaur ride before it got shut down, please let me know. Like, did you have fun with this ride? Was it a good one? Was it okay? But yeah, Disney's dinosaur ride is no longer there anymore because they're putting in something different, which is kind of sad, even though that Disney's dinosaur was not quite a successful movie when it came out. But it's delivered a following, and so, but yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Are the skulls of Abelisaurs as thick as Pachycephalosaurs? No. See, Abelisaurs still have thick skulls compared to other theropod dinosaurs, but they're not as thick as Pachycephalosaurs. Oh, no. Pachycephalosaurs have a lot more dense bone on their skulls, whereas Abelisaurs, their skulls are dense. It's just that they're not as dense as Pachycephalosaurs. So Majungasaurus might be able to have thick enough bone to be able to do some head collisions, like they'll swing their heads at each other, but not necessarily like when they actually go square at each other like some Pachycephalosaurs do. I would probably say that they're more likely doing like swinging their heads at each other and still biting, whereas as the Pachycephalosaurs are just doing more headbutting. But yeah, Abelisaur skulls are not as thick as Pachycephalosaur skulls. No way. And what part of the theropod family does Gualicho belonged to. It's still to be determined. It is not a tyrannosaur. They do know that because the skeletal design does not seem to align with tyrannosaurs. Even though it has two-fingered hands, it is not a tyrannosaur. But it's right now it's a neotheropoda, so it's not quite like it's not quite found a niche in terms of the theropod family. It's just called neotheropoda, so it's just a theropod. We just don't know where it belongs in the theropod family tree, and so yeah, it's it's to be determined. Now, Nicholas, your next question. Do you think that the Montana dueling dinosaurs will get a documentary in the future and all about the new research in both Nanotyrannus species? There is a documentary that does talk about this. I forget what it was called, but it was many years ago. It was probably like say maybe 6 to 8 years ago by National Geographic. I just can't remember what it was called. But it was right around the time when they actually did T-Rex autopsy. But I just can't remember what the title was. But they did talk about the dueling dinosaur specimen. Just a tad bit, not a lot, but just a tad bit. But should there be a documentary series about Nanotyrannus? Absolutely. Absolutely. A new documentary about Nanotyrannus? Absolutely. Especially with the new research. That would definitely work. And then this username, Kionic Bard. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Your questions. If you could make 6 more seasons of Prehistoric Park, what would your episode ideas be? I mean, 6 more seasons, that's a lot. I mean, like, all the episodes that you could think of, like, you can go anywhere you want. In terms of, like, where could they have gone? I mean, Nigel Marvin did say it himself on social media that if they did do, like, more seasons of Prehistoric Park, he would have done Spinosaurus, probably go to the Permian, maybe go after Dimetrodon, maybe a Gorgonopsid, maybe a weird plant-eating animal from the Permian. They could go to the Triassic if they had to, maybe some other parts of the Cenozoic. Like, they could have done that. Like, yeah, I mean, they could have gone anywhere. Like, probably not, like, say, probably not the Devonian or, like, the Devonian and further back, like, say, Devonian, Silurian, and the Cambrian and the Ordovician. They probably wouldn't have done that because, one, the Earth's atmosphere at that point in time was not very compatible for life on land, but in the water, that's a different story. But yeah, I mean, like, they could probably from Carboniferous to like the Ice Age could have gone on any one of those. And so yeah, I mean, like, they could have done like at least 5, like maybe like 4 or 5 episodes per season after that, because like the first season had like 6, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I think they could have gone into any types of directions they could have gone to. Like, they could have gone to the Mesozoic multiple times. They could have gone to the Cenozoic multiple times. But definitely they should do a Permian one. Permian one would definitely work. But yeah, it could go either way. If you could make 8 more seasons of Primeval, what would your episode ideas be? I've only seen like a few episodes of season 1. Like, I did like the show. It's just that I just did not have enough time to actually be able to get it fully digested. but I've seen some of the creatures that were actually featured in the show. So, like, maybe Acrocanthosaurus, maybe like a different type of Abelisaur, like anything in the Carboniferous. Like, I know they did show Arthroplura and some of the dragonflies. And some Cenozoic creatures. And some Permian creatures. But, like, I mean, there's so many ideas that you could have done. So many ideas. So many animals that nobody knows. Like, but yeah, I don't know. You could have gone in any type of direction for that. Could have found all sorts of prehistoric animals you could have done. Dinosaurs, mammals, reptiles. Like, aquatic creatures, maybe? Like, was there a mosasaur and a Liopleurodon that were actually shown in that show? Please, somebody let me know, because it's been a while since I've seen, like, any clips of that show. But, like, at some point, I might be able to actually watch every single season of Primeval, yeah, I'll probably just have to look at the episode list and just kind of see like which ones are actually featured. But you could have gone in either direction. You could go either way. So your guess is as good as mine. And then Alex, your question: do you think that some sauropods were capable of necking each other like giraffes do when giraffes are fighting? Absolutely. Even though, like, I think with the musculature of sauropod necks, I think they could have done it. Like, maybe the taller sauropods, probably like, say, Brachiosaurus, Camarasaurus, and Sauroposeidon, they probably could have done it. Whereas, like, say, a little bit more horizontal sauropod dinosaurs, like, say, Diplodocus, Apatosaurus, Brontosaurus, Mamentosaurus, they probably didn't do that too much. They probably just did, like, pushing and shoving matches with each other. But I think the taller sauropods definitely did do that. I mean, there was even necking going on with Lusotitan in the 2025 Walking with Dinosaurs. I think they definitely did do that. There would have had to have been some injuries that were featured on some of the sauropod neck vertebrae to showcase that, like, maybe these were males fighting during the mating season. Would they have done it for territorial disputes? Probably not too many times, but mainly during the mating season they did do that. But yeah, giraffes neck each other all the time. But they also use their skulls to hit each other. But, like, I think sauropod skulls were not designed to do that. They probably did, like, some sort of, like, powerful, like neck wrestling in sort of way. They probably did some, like, neck wrestling. That's a form of necking that they probably could have done. But, like, sauropod skulls were not designed to bash each other on the body. They were not designed to do that. Whereas the necks, they have a lot of musculature. They did a form of arm wrestling, which is neck wrestling. They probably did do that. And so that's all the questions we've got for you today. And so this coming Thursday, because this episode will be uploaded on the Sunday that it will be uploaded, it will be an extra episode, and that'll be the final episode of 2025. I'll let you guys know what I'm going to do for that extra episode. Could be a book review, could be a movie review. I mean, we'll see. So stay tuned for that. And but you can still send me questions about dinosaurs and other prehistoric life by emailing me at dinochrist71@gmail.com, or just go to my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. Like the page, yes, you post your questions in the comment section. Please put them in the comment section. Don't put them on Messenger. messages or private conversations only. So please put your questions in the comment section on any Facebook post. And also for YouTubers out there, like the videos, subscribe to the channel. According to my analytics, a lot of you guys are checking out my channel and not subscribed yet. So please feel free to hit the subscribe button. And also hit the like button because that's how the YouTube algorithm works. The more likes the video gets, the more likely the video gets spread out to the people that are interested in dinosaurs. Excuse me. Prehistoric life. Sorry guys, I'm still recovering. Dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology and geology in general. And so hit the like button and also for YouTubers out there, share the videos, share the channel to anybody that is interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology and geology in general, so please feel free to do so. And also hit that notification bell so that we can get weekly notifications of every video that comes out weekly. And also for YouTubers out there, leave your questions in the comment section down below, because I do read them all. All of you guys just sending me questions via email, Facebook, and YouTube. You guys are awesome, giving me some great questions for those Q&A episodes like this one. So keep up the great work, and also make sure you keep your questions short and to the point. You can also follow me on Instagram at Dino.Chris.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there. You can also follow me on Threads, same thing, at Dino.Chris.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there as well. And also take care of the people around you. And also for you younger people out there, maybe listen to your parents, your teachers, and your guardians. It's the best motivation you can have a good education. It's very important to have a good education. With a good education, you get a good job in the future. That's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time.